Hello, my name is Luke, and I'm going to show you how FormulaChop makes it easy to find out the precedents, the values going into a formula, to find out what they are and what they mean, as compared to your other options when you're using Excel. So I'm going to show you this formula that I'm going to pretend I didn't write myself and that I don't understand and I need to understand. I can see it has a cell that's on this page. Okay, that's good. And other cells that are in other places, like the inputs tab, the data tab. There's a lot of rows. There's a lot of places. This is gonna be some work to go through all these things and find out what they all mean and what they are all equal to. So I have some options. I can do it by hand. I can say, all right, I5, that's easy. B input C3, so I could go find that tab. Oh, and I'm already there. C3. Okay, so that's the expenses start date. Don't forget that. All right, and then the next one, I could go to B data row 5. Oh, okay, I'm on row 941. I gotta scroll up, and I don't even remember what the range was. There's row 5. Okay, it's a row of dates. That's good. That's helpful. All right, let me go back, and I could keep doing this, and I would have to remember what. First of all, what all the values are that are going into this formula, and then second of all, what those values actually mean. So, I think we saw expenses start date, and then we saw some other row of dates, and we haven't even gotten into more parts of this formula. If you don't want to do it by hand, you can use Excel's built-in trace precedence tool. So let's try that. All right, so we got this arrow. We knew about that cell. We got an arrow that's pointing to our formula, and we got the dialog box opener arrow thing. So if I double click this, all right, so I get this little dialog box, and here's all the ranges that aren't on this tab, which is all of them except for one. Let's try, this seems far away. Let's try this, data 941. All right. Okay. All right, so those are some numbers. Oh, okay, total expenses. All right, that's good. I have to go back now. Oh, all right, so I'm back because I remembered I was on the example tab. And I could do that again, but this is also tedious and not that helpful. It's not really telling me what values in those lists are being used. I'm going to use FormulaChop to do this instead because it's going to be a lot easier. Oh, but before I go, I have to click the Remove Arrows button. Thanks, Excel, for having me do that. Okay, to run FormulaChop, I'm going to just click this chop button. I'm taken to a new tab. I can see this formula looks a lot like the formula we started with because it is the same formula. It's been recreated here. All those values that were scattered all over the whole workbook have been copied here all together. They've been labeled, so there's a nice column of labels that FormulaChop has found for us. They've even been color-coded, so when I edit this formula, the colors match up. I can see, oh wow, look at that. It's even named the range with the label. So the range named current date is blue, and there you go, the blue cell is current date. And it's done that for all of them. So now I know in one page, in one button click, what all the values are and what all of them mean. And also I have a formula that uses those labels in the formula itself. So it's easier to read because now I have these values that actually mean something in the formula as opposed to the original one, which looked like this. It's a bunch of indecipherable addresses all over the spreadsheet. So I hope you can see that FormulaChop makes it a lot easier to understand what your precedents are in your formula and where they all come from, especially when compared to doing it by hand or using Excel's difficult built-in tools.